Welcome to the Optimal Hire Solutions podcast. I'm your host, Mia King, CEO and founder of Optimal Hire Solutions, specializing in direct hire recruitment, also HR support, business consulting, and career coaching. Basically, all of the things that keep you moving. On this episode, I want to talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn, the networking platform, the business platform. LinkedIn has come a long way over the years. I remember when a friend of mine told me about it in 2008, and yes, I'm dating myself. But I thought it was a great opportunity to put all of my professional information. 9 chances out of 10, I really didn't look at it a whole lot, but I would go in and update it from time to time. Over the years, recruiters started to reach out to me. Hiring managers started to reach out to me. They would DM me and ask me about opening jobs that they felt like I would be a good fit for based off of my profile. Well, fast forward to where we are now in 2025, LinkedIn has changed. What used to be a straightforward professional networking platform has gradually evolved into something else entirely. And depending on who you ask, the evolution is either refreshing, exhausting, or deeply confusing. Where the platform once centered around resumes, job postings, and company announcements, it now feels more like a stage where vulnerability is currency, storytelling is strategy, and visibility sometimes trumps value. There's a noticeable shift in tone. You see fewer updates, like starting a new position at X company, and more posts that begin with, I wasn't going to share this, but dot, dot, dot. And that shift didn't happen overnight. It crept in gradually as the job market became more volatile, as remote work blurred the lines between personal and professional life, and as algorithms rewarded emotional engagement over traditional achievement. What we're seeing now is a pattern. People are either venting, begging, or bragging. Venting has taken on a new form. Some of it's raw and honest and post about burnout, toxic work culture, layoffs, or discrimination, or just bad hiring practices. These stories resonate not just because they're personal, but because they reflect realities that many face in silence. But the challenge with venting on LinkedIn is the question of boundaries. When does transparency become oversharing? When does an emotional post cross the line from authentic to performative? Then there's begging. People are unemployed, underemployed, or simply desperate for change, often take to LinkedIn to plead for opportunities. There's GoFundMe accounts. The posts daily. They explain their situation in detail. Some list every job they've applied for and every rejection they received. And while it takes courage to be that open, it can be painful to watch. Not because it's wrong, but because it shows how little safety net exists for so many professionals. The tough part is begging doesn't always convert. Visibility doesn't guarantee opportunity. And finally, there's bragging. The humble brag, the milestone dump, the post that opens with, I'm honored to announce, dot, 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 followed by a string of awards, promotions, or ventures. These posts dominate feeds because they generate applause, but they also create fatigue. For every person who's inspired, there's another who feels inadequate because LinkedIn doesn't always show the behind the scenes effort or struggle, just the polished outcome. And yet, each of these behaviors, venting, begging, bragging, are reactions to something deeper. People are trying to be seen, not just as professionals with titles and metrics, but as real people navigating change, trying to remain relevant, employed, or inspired. It's no longer enough to have a strong resume. Now you need a personal brand. Now you need a story. Now you need a strategy to stand out, even among thousands who are just as qualified, just as hungry, and just as exhausted. So, what's the takeaway? LinkedIn has become a reflection of the times we're in. It mirrors a workforce that's anxious, fragmented, and uncertain. It mirrors a world where achievement is often tied to visibility, where silence can feel like irrelevance. But it also presents opportunity to redefine professionalism, to use the platform more intentionally, to decide whether we want to follow the trend or build a different kind of presence, one rooted in balance, clarity, and value. There's nothing wrong with sharing your story. But maybe the real question is, what do you want to be known for? And who do you want to reach? Because on a platform that rewards performance, authenticity still cuts through, but only when it's rooted in purpose, not panic. So these are different times we're in. I would be curious to know if LinkedIn has been beneficial to you or it's been a hindrance. Do you still receive people reaching out? It's almost to the point where people are afraid of recruiters. I spent many years in human resources as a recruiter. I've worked with all types of hiring managers and all types of positions. And there were times where I would go to LinkedIn to look for qualified candidates. So think about that. I love to hear your thoughts. I am also available on Optimal Hire Solutions. My website is optimalhiresolutions.com. I am also the CEO and founder of Ascendancy Executive Search, an executive search firm. And you can also follow my other channel, The Modern Rise Society, basically all things empowerment, giving you daily doses of inspiration and motivation in the business world. Again, my name is Mia King, and as always, remember to subscribe, click like, and share, and have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.